beautiful YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video that's kind of like, I guess, an older trend, but I'm going to be answering y'all's assumptions about military spouses who slash army wives slash, you know, military wives in general. And I was not expecting the tea to be as hot as it's about to be. So yeah, I have a lot of y'all's assumptions saved in my phone, and I'm gonna try to get through as many as possible. If the light changes, it's because I'm sitting in front of a window, so I am sorry. I'm in Germany. The clouds just come and go when they want to, so let's get started. I'm gonna start with kind of like some of the mild ones. We're gonna work up to the kind of crazier ones, but the first one is very patriotic. Now, there are some wives that are like very, let's decorate the whole house in American flags, USA, yes, but I haven't personally met those type of people. I know they're out there. I know there's some people that are very proud of this country and that their spouse is in the military and they want to decorate everything, including their children, and like military uniform stuff. So I guess that's kind of true, but I don't think there's that many, and if there are, I don't really associate with the super patriotic group. They all decorate farmhouse style. So this is very true, which is nothing wrong with farmhouse style, but the majority, like especially there's like decor groups and stuff like that for to show off your house and everything. Most people decorate in farmhouse style. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm very different. Most of the people that I hang out with are very different or have more of like a classy approach, like they're the complete opposite of me. But yes, farmhouse is very, very, very popular in the military wife community. And I should have put this disclaimer at the beginning of this video. If you get offended easily, this might not be the video for you to watch. You might get a little butt hurt, so if you get offended, this might not be the video for you. They gossip about each other a F-ton. Yes, unfortunately, I mean, I feel like that's everyone, not just army wives, military wives. It's just women like to gossip, women love drama. I am not that type of woman, but yeah, there are women that just like to sit around, talk about other wives. Oh, did you see such and such did this? Did you know this person's husband's doing this? I mean, sadly, I feel like the military community, it's very amplified and heightened, to say the least. So yes, if you don't know anything about military wives, yeah, there's a lot of drama. You just have to choose to stay away, because at the end of the day, you know, you do represent your husband or your spouse, so you don't want to make them look bad because you're messy. So yeah, that's definitely true. You're rich. Girl, I wish. So people that are not in the military just assume that people that are in the military just can afford everything. Like, we are super rich, everything's taken care of. And to an extent, I wouldn't say rich, but I have a great life. I'm very fortunate. And yes, we have like medical benefits and all that other stuff. But it just depends on how smart you are with your money, just like any other job, any other situation. It's not something like, we're not billionaires, we're not millionaires, because then we wouldn't be in the military. But yeah, for some reason, a lot of people just look at military people like, oh, they're rich as fuck, or this and that. I mean, a lot of people that you're gonna see with, yeah, nicer cars. Some of them, it's not the smartest thing to get a real fancy car when you're private, and then they end up having money problems. It just depends, just like any other job, any other classification. It just is how you are with your money. Like I said, I'm very fortunate. I'm grateful that my husband's in the military and I have the benefits that I do. Having insurance is a great thing. So we ain't rich, but I guess it just depends what your definition of rich is and wealthy. To me, if you're rich, you got millions, billions of dollars. That's my definition. Ooh, this one is all wives are breeding cows with a cow emoji. Ooh. Now, for some reason, when you get into the military community, it's very, I guess, normal for everyone to be like, oh, y'all don't have kids. When are you gonna have kids? You gotta have kids. It's all this very surrounded about kids. And a lot of military spouses have children, which is fine. If you wanna have children, if you don't wanna have children, it is kind of annoying when people kind of expect that upon you. Like, oh, y'all have been married for X amount of years, why don't you have kids? You need to have kids. He's gonna leave you if you don't have kids. When that's not the case, everybody has their own opinions and what they want to do with their lives. Me and my husband have Thor, which is my fur baby, if you don't know, and that's good enough for us. So yeah, there is definitely like a big stigma in the military community, like you need to have babies, or oh, you don't have kids yet, or like it's very much like it's almost expected upon you, like you have to have kids, you're gonna get more money, you're gonna get better housing. That ain't always the case. So yeah, ooh, that one was a little sensitive. Yeah, I just feel like it's none of your business. I've said this in other videos. Don't go up to someone and just be like, oh, why don't you guys have kids, or when are you gonna have kids? Because you never know if someone has a fertility issue or something like that. Like, it's really none of your business. So that's just something that, unless it comes up from the other person, I just wouldn't. Everyone cheats on each other. Oh. There are a lot of people, and there's some other assumptions in here that I'll hit on, that do contract marriages, which are highly like illegal. You're not supposed to do that. That's where someone marries someone that's in the military just so that person can be out of the barracks, and for the other person to get benefits or something, but they're not really together. They're just doing their own thing. They're only married so that they can have the benefits that the military gives. Don't recommend that. It's not allowed, but it does happen, unfortunately. So there, I guess you could call that cheating. I feel like the world is full of cheaters, and for some reason the military community loves to just be like, oh, did you know such and such's husband's messing with this soldier? Did you know this person's messing with that soldier? I don't associate with those type of people. Like, I am a very firm believer in, if I'm gonna hang out with someone, they need to think in marriage the same way I do. I love my husband. We don't cheat on each other. If you're happy in a marriage, you shouldn't even have to worry about that. But unfortunately, it is true. It happens a lot. It's a big gossip topic, especially on Facebook pages that just I don't know. People just like to be like, oh, well, I wasn't gonna say anything, but since this person wants to be a you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and put their business on blast. It's just, it can be very messy. Like I said, there's the military wives that are, you know, over here minding our business, working, doing what we're supposed to do, living our lives like normal people. And then there's the other group of people that I would say are just the heightened bad, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, they have a bad reputation. Like, military wives generally have, there's like a stigma of what people think of for military wives. They are very that over there. I don't know, none of them. So a lot of people said all cheat, contract marriage. I kind of hit on that already. People just get married for benefits. Someone said they all crazy. I don't think all military wives are crazy. I think, like I said, there's crazy people, there's chill people. It just really depends. It just depends on the person. I guess everybody can be crazy in their own right mind, but I will say some kind of take it to a whole nother level. That they know what came with marrying someone in the military as far as deployment. Yeah, And I've seen another one too, that people just kind of assume that, oh, you know what you signed up for, like don't complain about it. Deployments aren't easy. You're not just ready for it. Like you don't just come pre-programmed like, oh, married someone in the military, or oh, he's going into the military, I just know how to deal with deployments. No, like it's very hard. Of course, over years of experience, it may get easier, but it's still very hard. You don't want to have your spouse going to war or just even being on the other side of the country for a year or almost a year. It's not a good feeling. If you love your spouse, you want to be with them, you want to have them there with you, but it is something that comes with the territory. That's something that before you get married, you need to have that conversation, and just you expect that it could happen, and if it does happen, you just have to learn on how to deal with it, and then just kind of go with the flow, I guess is the best way to say it. Like you're not gonna just wake up and be like, okay, yep, because this is my life, I have no feelings whatsoever. Like you have to learn. This one's a little bit mean. Army wives are fat, lazy, and nasty with a throw up emoji. You can be any size, take care of yourself, look beautiful. The lazy part, I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm lazy, but I choose to try to stay productive as possible. And nasty, I don't know what you mean by nasty, like hygiene wise, or nasty like you're running around doing other things. But I feel like that's in the real world. There's nasty people and there's not nasty people. I wouldn't say as a whole, when you look at a bunch of army wives in a room, that we all look nasty and lazy. We're not all sleeping and doing whatever. So I feel like that's just kind of mean and wrong. Like I said, there's people who don't care about their parents and don't take care of themselves and are very lazy. But I wouldn't say as a whole that military wives are just gross, nasty, like ugly people, I guess you could say. So no. You think you're the same rank as your husband. No. But that does happen a lot. There are a lot of women that think that because their husband's a certain rank that they should be treated with a certain amount of respect, or that they're better than you. That is really common. I have friends that their husbands are higher ranking and it's never played a factor. And then there's also a big majority of people that just kind of nose in the air, looking down on you like you're nothing just because their husband's a certain rank. Or they will bring it up if they're arguing with someone. Well, my husband's an E836. You can't talk to me like that. And I mean, that's very common. I don't think like that, so no. That y'all are tough AF mentally and emotionally. I feel like if you're not tough, you will become tough, or you will learn, because you do have to be tough, because your spouse could be going away for months at a time, or you have to take care of the household. You might have to do a move by yourself. There's so many different factors where, yeah, it's really hard emotionally when your husband could be in danger somewhere and there's nothing you can do. It's more like you feel hopeless, but you do get strong. So yeah, I would say we could be a little tough. They rarely see their husbands. They have to be strong, independent more than other wives. It really depends. Depending on what your husband does in the military, you might see him like every single day. My husband's been here every single day, but then he's like, hey, I gotta go on a mission, and it should be like a month. It turns into, oh, well, another month, 6 months goes by. So I wouldn't say other wives don't have to be that strong, but if your husband has like a normal 9-to-5 job, you don't have to worry about him going into combat or situations that could be putting him in danger. So it's just that that mindset and you learning, and I've, you know, been in a military family, so I just feel like when you're raised a certain way, maybe you're a little bit tougher mentally, but it's just something that you can't just get a book or take a class. You just have to go through it and learn and go through the growing pains, and then just be as strong as you can for your spouse so that they don't have to worry about you and how you're doing when they're worrying about fighting and doing maybe something super dangerous. You want them to have peace of mind that everything is good and you can take care of yourself or your family without them. Hard to make a good friend here. Don't trust in any of them. So it's really hard for me to make friends in general. I'm just gonna put that out there. Usually takes me like a good year to make a friend, depending on where I've lived. There's some places where I've made like friends faster, but I usually only make 1, maybe 2 friends. It is very hard to find people that you can trust. I've, you know, tried to reach out and make a friend, and we don't have the same values. You know, they want to party, they want to do crazy stuff that they shouldn't be doing, especially like if your husband's deployed, and I don't want to be associated with someone that is a bunch of foolery, because then it makes you look bad. So, I mean, it's hard for me to make friends in any situation. I will say, moving from place to place, it is harder to trust people to like invite in your home and let in your space, but it's just something you get kind of used to. You can make forever friends. I met my best friend through the experience of the military and our last duty station. So it can be hard. Like I said, it just depends what kind of person you are in general. But it's hard to trust people in general. Doesn't matter what situation you're in. It is harder moving from place to place. I'm only gonna do a couple more because I know this video is getting really long. Let's see. They like to spy and create drama. Yes. Not me in particular, but a lot of wives do gossip a lot. Just a lot. It can be messy. Especially, I would say this community more than any, sadly. You would think that, especially like being overseas where I am, that people would want to be brought together because we're all here living in a different country. It's not the case. People almost get more vicious and just like to create drama, talk, spy, just be nosy, and that's unfortunate. Facebook wife groups are not safe. Ooh, I've had an experience where I was talked bad about on an anonymous like group page, and it really hurt my feelings at first. I didn't really have tough skin, so it really sucks. But it just depends what kind of page you're on. I started a like Facebook group for the community out here just because I got kicked off of a site, which can be drama. I got kicked off just because I posted something on the wrong day, which when I created my group, you can post whatever you want on whatever day. There wasn't like a whole bunch of like crazy rules or anything, just be kind to one another. But yeah, for some reason, military Facebook groups, depending on what it is, especially the ones that are labeled more like wives pages, can tend to have a lot of drama on there, and some people can't handle it. And that kind of goes into the next one. They are internet trolls. There's a lot of people in the Army wife group, especially. I'm speaking for Army wives. I don't know about Navy and like other branches, but especially Army wives that will talk a lot of crap behind a computer screen, and then some other people, they're like, hey, like, I'm about that life, and they aren't about that life, and then it turns into a whole physical thing, which you should never resort to violence. But it can get messy really fast. You can hurt someone's feelings in the worst way, that could be going through something horrible emotionally, and it's very dark and messy. So I try to stay off of Facebook pages that don't tell me what time are the fireworks. That's why I literally started it's a Grafenveer Vilstedt community page, because if you do YouTube videos, hey, post it. You don't have to be a certain day to post it. Like, we're in a community, we're supposed to help each other. This one's really sweet. You can get badass tattoos by one Army wife in particular. Well, thank you. I hope that I get to open up again soon. This lockdown has just been going on and on. I haven't been tattooing since November. My soul is just sad and crumbling. So thank you very much. That's super, super sweet. And let's do one more. They all sit around watching Army Wives and eat snacks. I love the show Army Wives. It's kind of a little bit more intense in certain situations. Some of it's true, some of it's not. I like eating snacks, now more healthy snacks than bad snacks while watching TV anyways. But I decided to watch Army Wives when my husband was deployed, which is not the best idea. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I couldn't get to all the assumptions. This video is already way too long, but tell me in the comments down below if there's something that you thought of military wives that could have been proved wrong, or that you experienced something with military wives, if you are one, if you're not one. Just let me know in the comments down below, and until next time, I'll see y'all beautiful people later. Bye.